It's 8:50 a.m. on Friday, the 11th of November, and this morning, this upload is with regard to a little issue that is presented to adults, young adults, mature adults, elderly adults. It happens at all stages of life that we encounter individuals that prove to be of envy, greed, etc., all that personifies the deadly sins and that dirty good faith. So this morning, um, it's not with regard to the constitutional wrongdoings that I'm about to share, but it's with regard to the adult misdemeanors misguided in their misbehavior. Now, this is for young people's interest. As I've mentioned, I'm an advocate, I'm an educator, I'm a humanitarian. I've worked at home and abroad in initiatives to better society and humanity. So there's a few psychological tactics that are wearing thin in this impoverishment initiative by individuals that are suffering from envy. I suppose it's very evident that these people that have originated from where they've originated from have trespassed into people's lives where they have no rights. It's as simple as that. It's imposter syndrome, and it's a tactic of that clique to be of social influencing that is inaccurate. The media is being used and the media is being abused. Now, I have a qualification in culture and comparative literature and languages, and these people have disrespected the role of the media, and they have compromised the arts and the heritage of the country with alterations and editing and manipulation, etc., etc., that isn't authentic. And therefore, these people are of very superficial and shallow representation of the culture. Now, these people that I am being challenged by don't have my royal titles, they don't have my qualifications, they haven't done my work, they don't own my art, they don't own my child, they don't have rights to my child, they don't own anything of my qualifications or achievements, and they have monetized and they have utilized and they have lied to the audience worldwide about the reality in the southwest of Ireland, and that is a disservice to the media, the arts, the culture and the heritage. So it's also a disservice to the identities of these individuals that they have to exert themselves with so much time, energy and so much wealth that they owe in this direction, misdirected into endeavours and projects and initiatives to worsen their offence without meeting their amends that they owe me. Now, they've been causing problems in this community for a very long time. They've caused me offence for a very long time, and I've tolerated awful ASBO behaviour. I've witnessed the worst of it. And as a humanitarian recovery advocate, I'm only sharing on this upload for the better interests of young people that are starting on a road that takes time, effort and energy in work and mind, thought and to become what you hope to achieve doesn't happen overnight. And there are people in this matter of very short-term, superficial achievements that haven't worked in the best interests or with integrity, and they haven't the authenticity. So for the young people that are starting out, I implore of you to be honest with yourself and be very honest with those that you are meeting along the way. There have been people in this community that have been very dishonest, and they have caused damage to people's credibility in their reputations and their positions and their qualifications, and that's a compromise to anybody's progress. Disrespecting any qualification in any field of expertise is not easily evaded. especially when it comes to huge matters of legislation, such as in my circumstances, that originated from my studies and my qualifications, that have been disrespected by individuals that have not been honest in their transactions. So there's a very serious issue with people not being authentic in their role and trying to be what they're not. There are people that have been of awful problems to my career. They've caused problems to my educational career. My work as a teacher was damaged in 2006, and that's because of people's envy. They were, and that's the same circumstance that's happening now. As a property owner, as a mother, these people are still parasites causing problems. It's really serious, and they're being assisted in evasion and exacerbation. And as we know, when you do not respect your debts and when you damage faith or family, that's a very serious issue. Now, I am qualified to speak. I have a right to speak. I have been obstructed by people that aren't qualified and that haven't even got the common courtesy to present themselves and adhere protocol. They haven't even had the professional standards enforced or instilled to follow through in proper processes and procedures in their profession. And they've broken every rule in the book, and they are seriously intent on making prosperity from their problems they've been making. So I'm smiling because they have so many casualties and crosses already. It's embarrassing. And I'm embarrassed for those that would support offences against my good name, character and reputation, having benefited from my work and my wealth. So those people that are suffering from mental distortions or disinformation, feeding your mind what isn't true, for those young people out there, I need you to be fully aware that as a qualified professional, I am honestly advising you to be as authentic and honest in your profession as possible. There are people out there that have been dishonest and reckless, and they have wreaked havoc. So those people that are able to honor their positions and to honor their ambitions, I commend you. There are people that are prepared to uphold their integrity, and then there are people who just have been reckless in this circumstance, and it has highlighted awful failings and shortcomings. So those that owe amends and that aren't able to live up to standards, principles and objectives, I would hope that you be aware of the circumstances that is occurring in the land grab. It's disgraceful that my property is being trespassed upon and being monetized from by people that they have no consent to be where they are not, after having approval from who owns. Simple. It's a criminal offence what's going on, and it's being facilitated. So those people that are of crime prevention and recovery advocacy, humanitarianism, this is a message to you this morning. Please uphold your values, principles and morals and ethics. Because in the past 6 years, since I became a married mother in 2015, the worst of the worst has happened in County Kerry in the southwest of Ireland because of people that have no shred of integrity, decency, common sense or respect. It's a sad sign of the times, and I hope that anyone of social justice, sociology, etc., culture, media, etc., I hope you're learning from this. There's a very embarrassing situation occurring, and it's a sad sign of the times. I'm mortified for any professionals that have risked their own reputation and integrity to offend me. It's very dangerous what I've tolerated, and there's a very dangerous issue about people not respecting their debts and dues. It's a sad sign of the times.